Okay, this time we have a negative quadratic. So this quadratic we know will be facing downward, although we have to look, is that going to be a dashed line or solid line? And it will be a dashed line. So make sure to pay attention to that before you graph. Again, we can already tell that there aren't going to be factors of -2 that add up to -4. So an easy way to figure this out, well, first determine where is it going to touch the y-axis. Well, it's going to touch the y-axis down there at -2. And if we find the vertex, then we can just find the symmetry and then we have it graphed. So remember, to find the x value of the vertex, the maximum or minimum point is the vertex. You take the opposite of the b value divided by 2 times the a value. So the opposite of -4 over 2 times -1. Well, the opposite of -4 is 4. 2 times -1 is -2. So x is -2. So to find the y value, we plug -2 in where all those x's are. So we have y is greater than -x squared, subtract 4x, subtract 2. And where those x's were, we're going to plug in -2. Well, -2 squared is 4. The opposite of 4 is -4. -4 times -2 is +8. Subtract 2. Well, -4 plus 8 is 4. 4 subtract 2 is 2. So y would equal +2. So when x is equal to -2, y is equal to +2. And you go ahead and plot that point. So at -2, we're up there. Well, at 2 over, and it looks like 4 down, we're down here. Well, we can go symmetrical. So we're going to take this point right here. We can go 2 over, 4 down, and we have a general idea of what the graph would be sketched. Remember, you draw a curve and dashed line. So it would look something like this. And this says y is greater than. So right here on that y value, where are the y's bigger? Well, the y's are bigger up above. So this graph gets shaded everywhere on the outside. All right, that's it for this one. Told you, I'm going to keep going for just a second. Okay, now we have a quadratic in vertex form. And remember what we said about quadratic functions if it's in vertex form. We know right away where the vertex will be. Okay, so where x is equal, that inverse of 4 is -4. And this says +1, that's the y value. So the vertex of this quadratic is -4, 1. So we're going to, at -4, +1, I'm going to put a dot. Now, if I want to know where it's going to touch the y-axis, remember, when x is 0, we'll find the y. So y is less than or equal. I'm going to put 0 in for the x. 0 plus 4 squared, oh, that's going to be a very big number. 0 plus 4 squared is 16, 17. So we're going to be way up there at 17. But we had to go over 4. Well, that's not going to be very useful. So what we're going to do, because that's not very useful, and so we know the graph is going to be pretty steep. It's going to be doing something like that. I'm just going to do the table of values. And we know -4 is the vertex. So I'm going to choose -6, and I'm going to go over 2 over, and I'm going to choose -2, and I'm going to plug those into, and because it's symmetrical, I really only need to try one of them. So I'm going to try -2 plus 4, plus 1. So negative 2 plus 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So at negative 2 we'll be up at 5. And because it's symmetrical, so at negative 2, we're up there at 5. And at negative 6, we're up there at 5. And again, this will be a dashed line. You just kind of curve that around. And it's going to be crossed right up there at 17. And this says, oh, this is less than. Well, less than 17 will end up again being on the outside. But this is the vertex form. That's it.